Hello everyone, my name is Susanna Burris and I'm going to be sharing with you guys my lesson that I've created on Classflow. My lesson is designed for the subject of mathematics, designed to teach in the 4th grade classroom. So one of the Kansas State standards for 4th graders is angles and knowing how to classify them and how to create them, recognize them, and be able to essentially measure them on your own. And so what I've done is created a lesson in Classflow. So how it would begin is I'm going to go ahead and click deliver, so that you guys are able to see what it would look like. So this is my teacher card that I created. So I have each angle that we're going to be talking about and sharing with the students. And then I have a little note here for myself to know what I want their poll to be about later, which is a feature of Classflow, and my poll will be for them to type a word, one word example of where they have seen an acute angle in their real worlds. So this is my teacher card. The students will not be viewing this, just I will be. And then also along with this is my poll that I've created, which after we go through and talk about the angles, then we will do one of those polls so that they will be able to do real life examples. So this is what the students are going to see. This is going to be their screen, and so I have an example of each one of these angles: an acute, an obtuse, a straight, and a right angle. And then what I've done is I've also given them a protractor here in the middle so that they can actually learn how to use this. Now, I'm assuming as teaching this lesson that we have already introduced a protractor before, so this will be a simple tool that they'll be able to use to put it on the center and then identify each of those things. And what they'll do after we have seen each one of these angles is I'll say, okay, so this one's obtuse, this one's straight, right, and acute. Class, let's focus on the acute one for a moment. Can you think of a real life object or a real life place or a person? Maybe they sat this way. Have you ever seen an acute angle in real life before? And then what I would do is I'm going to open up a poll, which how you do that is you go right over here, and I'm going to open up a poll that will say that they are able to type a word. So I generate that, and then it will allow their responses. So each student will pop up and we'll talk about real life examples of where angles can be found so that they know that it is a very real thing, that angles are very real in real life. So, and then, so we'll have that, talk about the lesson, and then we will go into doing an assignment. And for their assignment, it's snowing angles. And what they will do is that they will take a protractor and they will be given this worksheet that is different snowflakes and it have different angles on them. And so they're going to be looking at some different angles, and there's reminders on the top of which angles we're looking at and talking about. And they're going to go ahead and identify and see where all those angles are there on that assignment for their work. And this assignment on Classflow, when I assign it, then it's going to give them their directions right here. Measure the angles on the snowflakes and record your answers. So that's going to be finding the degrees value there, so working with those protractors, and then add up how many of each type of angle there are, so that they're able to do that and process through that. So, and after they do their activity, they're going to go ahead and they're going to do an assessment. And there are 3 questions on this assessment, 3 different styles. The first one, they're given this picture, and to define whether or not a acute angle is less than 90 degrees, whether that is true or false. They'll give me their answer, move on to the next one. and it is they have a free space here to draw an obtuse angle, so they will already know and have defined what both an acute and obtuse angle are, what the classifications of that is, so they will be able to draw an obtuse angle. And finally, we're going to talk about a right angle, which is 90 degrees, and so they'll be able to answer this question successfully. After all those steps have been completed, we've talked about it on the PowerPoint, and then we've moved into doing an assignment. They've taken a quick quiz. Then they're going to receive this badge, which is their You Have Mastered Angles badge, and so they're going to be able to get that. It is worth 5 points, and they're going to be able to get it and add it to their collection. This is how Classflow has worked for me, and I look forward to using this lesson. Thank you for your time.